Some resilience in these earnings. Is this a fluke or is this indicative of a broader trend?
Kriti, I don't know if you bought some Loro Piana cashmere or some Tiffany jewelry for Christmas, but definitely some people did, because LVMH did better than expected in the fourth quarter. Organic sales up 10%. If you look at the divisions, fashion and leather, wines and spirits, perfumes and cosmetics, and even selective retail with Sephora, pretty good performance there, plus 20% in the fourth quarter. Basically, we had growth in the two key markets in China. So Asia, excluding Japan, is up 15%, as you can see on this graphic, and in the US as well, plus 8%, much better than the last quarter. These are the two key markets for LVMH. Together, they represent more than 50% of the conglomerate sales. Of course, there are some challenges ahead. The aspirational consumer is more careful at spending, indulging in big luxury goods, and of course, Chinese travelers have not exactly returned to Europe quite yet to do their luxury shopping. So some analysts remain very cautious about the next 6 months for LVMH and for the rest of the sector. For example, some analysts from Barclays is talking about possible slowing brand heat at Christian Dior. Another one from Hargreaves talks about a profit that might be shabbier than it has done over the past year. So we'll see whether that bodes well for 2024 for LVMH.
So those are the numbers. Let's talk about the succession story. It's like a European succession, if we can. On LVMH, more or no children set to take seats on the board. What does that mean exactly?
That's right. Bernard Arnault announced that two of his youngest sons, Alexandre and Frédéric, taking a seat at the board. The oldest, Delphine and Antoine, are already sitting at the board. So only the youngest, Jean, doesn't have a seat at the board quite yet. It's a big suspense for LVMH, of course, this big conglomerate, 75 brands. And of course, investors are always concerned about what succession might mean for the stock, whether the sentiment may be influenced by succession. At the moment, all five children of Bernard Arnault, or the billionaire, the French billionaire who runs and funded LVMH, have roles, key roles inside the company. You've got Delphine, who runs Christian Dior Couture, you got Antoine, who runs image and communications. You got Alexandre in New York, who runs Tiffany's products. And then the two youngest actually take care of the watches and the divisions of the watches there. So Bernard Arnault is 74 years old. He's actually changed the rules recently to make sure he can run the company until he's 80. But clearly, the succession story at LVMH will be in everybody's mind over the next few years.